Hello everyone, it's me again. Actually, long time no vlog, I guess. I've been filming stuff and then I'm just not happy with it, and I know I come on here and I say that like all the time, but it happens. I just wanted to film kind of a quick update video to let everyone know how progress on Stoneborn is coming along, but also figured I would throw in my plans for NaNoWriMo this year. So first, the update. I am working on my kind of fifth draft, which is just me reading it in Vellum, the software that I use to format it, to catch any like glaring mistakes before I get my proof copy ordered, where I will then do a sixth draft where I'll just be reading through and correcting any other mistakes I find. It's easier to find them on Vellum, where it's formatted differently than like my Scrivener file, and then it's even easier having the hard copy in my hand. So I am about halfway through chapter 24. Counting all the interludes and the epilogue, I think there's 54 chapters, so I'm not doing awful, but I'm not doing as well as I had hoped I would be at this point. I have my cover art, I have my final cover art, it looks awesome and I love it, and it's kind of just sitting, on my computer now, waiting for me to finish this read-through. I am also waiting on some art to put in the back of the book as kind of a send-off, since this is the end of this trilogy. I wanted to have just, a little scene, a black and white scene in the back. It'll be like right after the epilogue, and I'm excited. My artist sent me like the preliminary sketch to see if I liked it, and it looked really good. I just had him change like one thing, and I should actually be getting that any day now, so that's pretty exciting. And then once I finish this freaking read-through, I will be able to order my proof copy, and I'm very excited about that, except it's going to be really big. It is going to be huge. This story is currently sitting at 176,000 words, plus like, a couple extra. I didn't feel like doing the exact number. So it's over 176,000 right now, and it's going to be a really heavy book. It's probably going to cost a lot to manufacture, but it is what it is. I have to tell my story and I have to tell it in the best way possible, so I feel like I did it. I actually even had a moment this morning. I was working on my read-through at work, and the scene I was on, I was just like, wow, I really like this scene, and you probably saw me post about it on Instagram if you follow me there. I just was really happy with the scene, and I don't know, it's nice to have moments like that because it's so easy to beat yourself up and be self-conscious about your own writing. So I feel like I need to draw attention to the days when I'm actually pretty happy with it. So yeah, those are these Stoneborn plans. I think I'm pretty good, considering it's going to come out in December, so I think I am way ahead of the game. I would like to have my proof copy ordered before October, and that gives me all of October and all of November to work on that. But also, that gives me a lot of time in both October and November to do nano-related things. I plan to make maybe a video or two for like Preptober to show how I'm prepping for NaNoWriMo, as the name would imply. So I plan on using like Campfire to make character profiles and all that jazz. I just obviously haven't done that yet because I am waiting for October. I'm making myself wait to do that in October. And I'm dedicating the rest of September to I'm dedicating the rest of September to Stoneborn, so yeah. Okay, so updates out of the way. What am I doing for Nano? I'm excited, but it probably won't be as exciting to other people because, I don't know, it's not like anyone's read it, but this is what I wrote last year for NaNoWriMo. The title is not going to stay. Heartlines, that was like a placeholder title. I didn't know what else to call it, and Florence and the Machine is like my favorite band, and I was just like, oh, that song sounds vaguely, nature related, and it's a story about werewolves, so, that works. But the title will be changing, and obviously Zero Draft is not a part of the title. That is just so I know that this is my zero draft. So this is what I wrote for Nano last year. It is a young adult MF romance, and I kind of wanted to play around with the trope of like supernatural creature falls in love with human, new kid at school that you see in like every paranormal romance from like the early 2000s, the stuff I read in high school. But I kind of switched it around a little bit where the female character of this MF romance, she's the supernatural creature and he's the new kid at school, and I don't know, I like it. But also it is a story about like different classes because he's a wealthy kid from this like super rich family in this super wealthy part of town, and she is a poor kid who lives in a mobile home park. I slip and call it a trailer park all the time because I used to live in a trailer park, but I know nowadays people prefer to call it like a mobile home park, so I'm trying. So her mobile home park where she lives is kind of situated right on the county, I guess, cusp, and it puts all of the kids in that trailer park at the wealthiest school in the state in this story. And there's a lot of drama, you know, with the poor kids having to attend this school where nobody wants them there. So there's this human drama, but then she's also a werewolf, and there's drama with her mother and her mother's history with like her past pack. So I'm excited because I just have a lot of ideas for this story. Now, this is a finished story. It is 242 pages, so it's a chunky boy, you know, front and back. And the problem is, this story is very rushed because I got it, obviously, it's the first time I've ever made the conscious effort to write a zero draft, and I may not even understand the premise of a zero draft, but I'm trying. But I was like, you know, I'm not going to stop, I'm not going to overthink things, I'm just going to write until this story is finished. And I did. I reached my goal of 50,000 in November, but the story wasn't done. I think I actually finished it in February? Maybe January, but if not January, definitely February, because then March I was able to start on Stoneborn again and start working on that draft. So yeah, it is 242 pages. I can't remember how many words it is, and I didn't feel like looking it up. I'm sorry. I'm debating whether or not I want to turn it into, because at first I was thinking just a duology, because I have a lot that happens in here, and it makes it seem like a lot is forced into a small amount of pages. But if I made it a duology, that would easily solve that problem. But when I think about all of my side characters and the things that I would like to do with them, I feel like this would probably be better suited for a series. And that's disappointing because I did not say, "Hey Siri, leave me alone." That's disappointing because I really wanted this to be like a standalone, and because I love series, I love trilogies. My Gargoyles of Craven is a trilogy, but I don't want to be locked into a, I guess, certain universe for a long amount of time like I was with the Gargoyles of Craven, because while a lot of people can work on multiple projects at once, I can't. That's just not me, unfortunately. I wrote my trilogy all at once, like back to back to back, because I knew if I stopped after book one, I would lose my motivation, I would lose my, you know, love for this universe, so I forced myself to stay there and finish, and I think that really helped me, because I used to have a problem in the past finishing my stories. So if Heartlines is to become a series, then I'm going to have to write those back to back to back. And then I guess the question really is, do I plan on querying this, or am I going to self-publish it? Because if I self-publish it, it might be a little bit easier to make it a series. I can make it a longer series than just a trilogy of shorter, you know, almost novella-length stories, and just make it like a long-running kind of series, and it might make it a little bit easier to plot it out. But I haven't decided yet, because I think if this was a standalone or even a duology, I think I would actually have a chance at finding somebody who's interested in it. But at this point, it's like I'm already self-published. I don't know. Do I want that to be my attempt at traditional publishing, or do I want it to be something I care more about? Because I care about this story, but I don't know. It's hard. I guess I could just do a duology and query it, and if it doesn't work, then I can rework it into a shorter series, because one thing I've noticed with self-publishing is my Craven trilogy, they're all long. The first one is 97,000 words, the second one is much longer, and the third, as I said, is like 176,000 words. So they're all very long. It gets difficult because you want to price them what they're worth, especially the paperbacks, you know. It takes money to manufacture those, so they need to be priced, you know, highly to the point where Amazon can print them, but also, you know, you get at least $1 from it. So it sucks because people don't want to buy a book if it has like a $4.99, $5.99 price tag on the ebook, I mean. But if I were to price this 176,000 word novel at 99 cents, it's kind of like I'm getting ripped off, and I hate to say that, but this is a business and I do want to make money. So I have noticed that most self-published stories on Amazon, both in young adult and adult genres and new adult, you know, most of them are just like shorter, not short stories, but like novella length, maybe a little longer. Those are like the kind of, I guess, preferred lengths of stories sold on KDP, and they're just a part of a long-running series, so it's a lot to think about. I haven't decided yet. I have not read this yet. I'm going to go through and read it once, and then I'm going to go through and read it again, and the second time I will be making all of my notes and writing down ideas. Well, if I'm reading it the first time and an idea comes to me, I'm going to write it down, but the first time will mostly just be reading through it. And I'm excited too, because I love my characters. Paz is like this really tough but self-conscious girl, and Jameson is just adorable. He's happy-go-lucky, and I love him to death. So I can't wait to get back into this universe. So those are my plans for NaNoWriMo. Yeah, like I said, I've just been steadily working on this read-through / 5th draft. The Nano gift swap is coming up. I'm very excited. I already have all of my gifts that I am sending to my person, and hopefully they like them, because I do. And I just can't wait to send them. And yeah, so that's about all that's going on with me. I have a dentist appointment on Thursday. It's Monday, I should have mentioned that. It's Monday, September 14th, and I have a dentist appointment this Thursday. My boyfriend is currently at the dentist because last Tuesday he had to have an infected tooth removed. So the dental in this house is just great. So yeah, that's all that's going on with me. I don't want this to be too long because it's kind of like an update. So that's it. I'm going to get off of here, work on my read through, try to get through at least this chapter so that I wake up tomorrow and I am on chapter 25. I will try and get this footage edited and uploaded as soon as possible, and yeah. Like, comment, and subscribe, all that fun stuff. Leave a comment down below. Do you know what you're working on for Nano? My cat's making noise. Do you know what you're working on for Nano? I don't know, just what are you working on now? Like, what's the 411? What's the sitch? And yeah, I will see you all in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. What are you doing? I can't go any further over, you'll see my gifts. No, you're so cute, McMuffin. Even though that's been there all day. So yeah, bye.